point where Andy Dick comes to show.
Did you really date this guy? Be honest.
What is this?
We used to work together.
Elisa, is this going to put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? Never. Never in a million years will this put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who will put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? David Bladen will put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who was there when I proposed to you? Who will put you on stage in Madison Square Garden?
Oh, she said no, by the way. Remember that?
You know who will put you on? Who put $2 million or $3 million or $5 million in your bank? He was Jewish, and he was the founder of Naked Jews. And who was there when I proposed to you? David was there when I proposed to you, like King David. And you know who would put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? David would put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who would also put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? Lucas would put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. You know who would also put you on stage in Madison Square Garden? Michael Bloomberg, who's mentoring Lucas, would put you on stage in Madison Square Garden. Are you the next founder of the next Amazon, Andy?
What?
Are you the founder of the next Amazon? Are you fucking Jeff Bezos?
No.
Yeah, you weren't fucking there when we had a visit with Jeff Bezos, okay? You weren't fucking there when we met with Michael fuck you Bloomberg, okay? You were not fucking there in the fucking room, okay? You know why you're not fucking there in the fucking room? Because you're not a good person, okay? You're not a good person. Not only
there's no we when it comes to you and her, because where are we now? Me and her are we?
Take your fucking place, fuck her over, ruin her dreams, and get in the way of the fucking...
You said no to you, dude.
Now, there's a million things you could talk about with Andy Dick. He was a failed actor and has become an absolute deviant ever since he has become internet famous, if that's even really what you want to say. This is an Andy Dick video, so there's plenty of other people that made long exposés about him. So if that's your interest, if you want to know more about this weird fallen character in Hollywood, go look for that. But she uses him, and I don't even know why, because she's not even like picking characters that are like, yeah, you know what? I can see where that's gonna excel her career. Andy Dick, not so much. Not so much. He has a long list of bad habits, to say the least, online. And it's reached the point where she's starting to try and collab with basically anybody that has some type of following on the internet.
Elisa, we've hated her for a long time. She had that Discord where people were doxing people and swatting people, and she wasn't doing anything to stop it, wasn't speaking out against it, because I only like positivity. Meanwhile, this is one of the most toxic bitches you're ever going to see. She uses people. She manipulates people. Where something happened to us that she could have done something about, and she did fucking nothing, so we decided to start hammering the shit out of her. And now, everyone who comes into her circle from the outside completely has her pegged within minutes.
And it's always the same thing.
You're fake, you're phony, this isn't real, you're putting on an act, you're just trying to clout chase. And she's rolling her eyes, and this bothers her so much because she keeps hearing it.
She hit me yesterday, Andy. You're really gonna give her advice, acting advice?
Rejection
She's a climber. Andy, you think I'm a climber? She's a real climber. She's real. This is the real deal. A bitch climber. She just wants to be an actress. She uses everybody around her. She tries.
Is there a mirror where you're pointing?
One example is this TikTok girl who they had a conversation back and forth on a stream that Elisa was doing, and it didn't go well. Elisa is very narcissistic. She is all about her looks, and you'll be able to tell that she is constantly looking at the camera to try and see how glammed up she looks. How's the framing? How's the lighting? Do I look perfect? That's her all the time. And she kind of gets humiliated for it. She thinks that she's this big prominent character in the streaming world, in the internet sphere. But it's bad because, once again, not a lot of us have heard of her prior to this altercation with her boyfriend. So where's the disconnect there? Well, we're going to explore some of this stuff and try and understand the psyche of Elisa through her friends, through her boyfriend, and through her altercations with people in the real world. go too hard in this initial section with Elisa, all right? I want the comments to be cordial down below, all right? We're gonna not focus on the multiple nose jobs that she's had, or the fact that she kind of lives an oxymoronic lifestyle where she is a Jewish woman who for a long time kind of ingratiated herself within that community. And then when her boyfriend came around, I guess she was changed into a Muslim woman. It's kind of hard to understand, hard to keep up with the identity that Elisa is trying to portray.
To me, in a negative connotation. You're racist. Okay, so you should just say, Elisa, I do not like Jewish people. So then why did you say it like that? It's weird. No, you're not. Yes, I am. You're actually not. I could be a citizen of Israel right now because I have a whole document that says that I can be a citizen of Israel. No, but you're not really Jewish. That's the thing. When we were at dinner that one night, you said, oh, you're a Jew. That makes so much sense. Never had a problem with you being Jewish until you reminded me how shitty Jewish people are.
We understand her personality exhibits narcissism and, a desire for herself to be the center of attention at all times. But in terms of how she interacts with other people, it's not super well. Some people don't really like her. I know that's a shocker. That's coming out of left field. Saturate, calm down. People don't like her. That's just insane. Well, maybe these people have some reasons to not like her. And one of them would be on multiple different occasions, she will see a hate comment or maybe get a donor that's somebody fucking ragging on her because she acts like a complete bitch. And this includes having somebody who she saw a negative comment on, went to their channel, saw that they posted cringe on Maine, which happened to be the person's children and grandchildren.
Hey, boss, I know your YouTube channel with your grandkids in it. So watch what you say about me. Watch what you say about me. You have a YouTube channel that has my videos in it and then your grandkids' videos. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't say anything bad about me if I were you.
And Elisa basically threatened to blackmail her if they were going to keep harassing her. And there have been multiple times and multiple instances where she's had discords or chats or different servers or communities that people would get doxxed nonstop. She would look up their information, she would find it, she would read it out loud. I mean, she just doesn't give a flying fuck. It just, whatever goes, if she feels like she's being harassed or offended, she'll fucking bury your ass. You think you're getting out of that? Yeah, fucking right. And it doesn't help that she kind of associates with the clinically insane, I guess is an easy way to describe it. I feel like half the time I see her hanging out with people, it's either, I don't know, some crazy groupie who is making a metaphor to my achy breaky heart when talking about her husband being cheating on her with Filipino prostitutes. Oh, that's epic. That's very cool.
Oh no, that's a person that's a troll on my show. You're not getting paid for today, and you're never getting paid. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're gonna go with my troll. That's what you're gonna do. Let me get my belongings. All right, that's fine. Yes, so they're giving you a car. That's gonna be somebody that's gonna kill you. Just so you know, a troll of mine that is sending you an Uber will kill you, and you'll be dead. He was like mean.
Just neglectful. And that's just as bad as abuse. I'd wait for him every night, make him dinner, and he wouldn't come home. And it would be like Chanel Bad Tuesday, eviction fucking Wednesday.
What is eviction Wednesday?
Because he was high finance gambler at home. Penis virus, not Billy Ray Cyrus. No more achy breaky heart cut on me.
And half the time it seems like the other people that she's hanging out with are like homeless people and just like it is really perplexing. And I think it's probably because she wants to associate herself with characters that are interesting enough to potentially draw an audience, even though she's only pulling like 250 viewers per stream. Maybe that'll change after the incident, but it's not looking great. And you know, it rubs me the wrong way. Some of these people feel like they are being taken advantage of, and she constantly is flying off the hinges, just going batshit insane. One of these people that I feel like is being taken advantage of, but is probably just some like simp, slow-brained idiot named Tommy, hangs out with her all the time, and during one stream, they're driving down the street, some guy cuts him off, he lays on the horn, and Elisa is very terrified of the people that she associates with in West Palm Beach, Florida. Now, I don't know what it is about the drinking water in West Palm Beach, which is right by Delray Beach, in case you're unaware, if you're picking up the connection I'm throwing down. And she's afraid that there are hicks everywhere that are Trump supporters who she doesn't like and are gonna pull a gun on her and kill her.
Very consistent, having unfunny. Not with me in the car. No. Tommy, you're gonna get us killed. Somebody could have a gun and shoot us. Don't do that. Not in this car. Not in this car. No. Tommy, what do you do? What do you do?
Cut me off.
No, but like you can't start a fight with somebody like that. Yeah, but like don't start with the people in Florida. We're gonna start a fight with.
It wasn't a hick.
I don't care who it is. They could have a gun.
Isn't it fuck?
Yeah, that's bad. That means they have a gun. If it's a beat down car, it's a hick with a gun.
It wasn't a hick
Yeah.
in a fucking truck.
If it's a beat down car, it's a thug or a hick. That's what it
An
is.
old lady. She ain't gonna fucking
At
get
11
out
o'clock,
and
it's an old
fucking shoot
lady.
your ass.
It's 11 o'clock. It's almost like 12 o'clock at night. You think it's an old lady?
Or kill other people that she's with. It is a psychotic brain rot that is going on inside her head at all times, but it shouldn't be surprising when she chooses to ingratiate herself with ghouls from Fallout. And one of these people is named Tan Mom. Now, I don't know much about Tan Mom, but she kind of looks like she's on fucking sedatives at all times, and her skin is peeling away from her body. She's being melted. She's like that character holding on to the fence from Terminator 2 when the nuclear bomb blows up.
It's not there? How much you want to bet? Okay, if I was at Howard Stern's birthday party, will you stay? Will you stay here tonight? If I was at Howard Stern's birthday party, that's a good bet.
You know how much I can't stand the way you talk.
Why? What do you mean? You just said I wasn't at Howard Stern's birthday party. I said, yes, I was. And I said, if I was at Howard Stern's birthday party, will you please stay?
What I'm saying.
What?
Sick and tired.
What? I'm flirting with him? No, I'm not. I'm just being nice. You're not being nice to him. You're threatening to leave every second. I feel bad for the guy. You invited him here. I'm being nice. I'm not flirting at all. I'm just telling him that we appreciate him paying a $200 bill that he didn't even need. I would pay if I were him. If you threatened to leave the second after me being here, I would not pay for that bill. He did. He cleaned up all the water. He paid the bill. He ordered you multiple drinks, and you were not nice to him. That's why I'm being nice to him. I'm not usually that nice.
And you are not going to get away with this. I'm going live on Howard Stern tomorrow.
No,
So, the last thing you ever want to do is fuck with me.
what did I do? You showed a nipple on my screen. I
It even reached a point where she decides to get backroom Botox.
Botox where? Well, I mean, my forehead, but that is so painful to that. Yeah. You use a small needle? And you can numb everything right now? All right. Whatever you think. Yes. Well,
Lola donated $5.
but the thing is,
It's Lola Lisa's ex-assistant. You ladies better run.
so you think that'll be a good difference for me?
I think, okay, so your lips are have great shape. We're just add to the volume.
Add to the volume?
Add to the volume shape.
And you think forehead is necessary?
Not unless you...
I want to make a difference so they can see it right.
Where she decides to live stream this whole thing. Some fucking Darcy looking motherfucker from 90 Day Fiance is giving Botox to people. And this is just a little side comment. I don't fucking understand Botox. I don't understand plastic surgery. 99% of the time you look like a fucking grossed out horror plastic clown. And it just doesn't really make you look very nice. Now Elisa does some basic Botox, filler in her lips, straighten out some wrinkles elsewhere.
This is Charlie.
Oh, hey, Charlie. Wait, can I take a picture of your Cash App again? Wait, hold on, Charlie. Call back when I'm in the car. Hold on, I want to take a picture of Cash App.
Charlie, is that how's it legal?
No, he's just a caller, but I just hung up on him because I want to pay you. Sushi Joe's down.
So if you, just do me a favor when you think about later, if you can take me out of any permanent video so I can't get stuck in any type of trouble.
It's okay.
I could lose my license.
And because she was streaming, there were donations coming in saying, hey, we're going to report this person to the health department, get her shut down, send her to the prison. And they leave. This owner lady that was giving her the Botox is like hitting her nonstop, asking her, take that clip down, get rid of that. We need to avoid that at all costs. Well, guess what, Buckaroo? You're showing up in a saturated content video now. You've hit rock bottom, baby, and you're not going to escape it.
Now Denise says, texting me, do not post anything online. She's going to lose her license. What the hell? My friend Denise is not texting me that she's going to lose her license. What? What the hell is going on? That she goes, oh, don't post anything. My other friend's texting me, don't post anything. I paid $800 to get those services to post. Yeah. That's why I did it. I could have done it anywhere. I could have used peer credit.
So the people that Elisa surrounds herself with are interesting characters, to say the least, but it doesn't avoid the fact that her ego is absolutely out of control. She thinks she's the center of the universe, and you must fucking respect her at all times. If you ever choose to watch one of Elisa's streams, you'll understand the problem that she has with her own ego. She views herself as somebody who is above you and me and will step on them and will do anything she can to shine herself into the limelight. And that's cool, that's epic. And she explains it as basically being, she's rich and important, therefore she has all these fancy things and fancy doo-ha's and doo-dahs, therefore she's got to do all this crazy shit all the time.
I just have a restraining order. I have a restraining order against Diana. That's it. That's it.
You make it sound like you had multiple people that you had restraining orders against.
No, just Diana.
I've heard you talk on many a time. Do you ever think maybe like you might be the problem and not other people?
Person, moron. Famous person. That kind of person gets restraining orders against people because I live in a very expensive building with guards, and that's how I need to live. So you're not like that. You can't relate. Don't follow me.
She's got to have security following her around. She's got to call the cops nonstop. And then if anybody tries to step up to her, she's going to get fucking pissy and throw a hissy fit. Now, Elisa has a boyfriend that I mentioned previously, and we'll get into a little bit later. His name is Bahram or Zorro, whatever you want to call him by. But there are multiple times that he will call into her during her stream, and she and he will just go back and forth berating each other, including her basically saying that he's a destitute loser and that she's going to become a multi-millionaire, and she's most definitely what is up.
Literally not how. Literally, you'll be in the dust in 5 years. I will not even know you then, and I'll be huge and you'll still be nothing. Okay, so hello? Hello? You'll be nothing. That's when your dad like your money, and I'll be like a huge YouTuber with 1 million subs, and I'll do that, and I'll ignore you in the chat. No, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You've never achieved anything, so you don't know how. I got your I was on the radio. You've done absolutely nothing in your life besides being born to your dad. That's why you don't know. That's why you don't understand how things build. I'm nothing now. I have very few viewers, but my viewers are women and families and people that matter. You have no, you're a zero. Actually, exactly what a zero is. Exactly. You have nothing to offer the world. Zero. Nothing. You have nothing. You're not creative. You're not interesting. You're not smart. And you don't have the personality. Yeah, no, if I had 2 viewers, I'd still be more successful than you. Because I saw you live on Twitch and not even one of your webcam girls showed up. I saw you live on Twitch. Nobody clicked on it. You're a loser.
I went live on Twitch.
Nobody's interested in you. Yeah, your stupid finance shit that's fake. That's nothing. You spent your dad's money. That's why you spent so much on it. Hello? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry I had to be the one. But don't you dare talk about my audience.
And she gets shut down so quickly and gets aggravated so quickly as soon as he brings up numbers. As soon as he says, oh, what am I going to do without the fucking 100 viewers you have on your stream? Oh, absolutely decimates her. I'd be curious to see how she feels about like Critical's video about her getting over 2 million views. Like, is that fucking driving her insane? I don't know. Maybe, possibly.
I hate what he said, like, about my like always, typical.
And she doesn't like to view herself as not being famous. She always pictures herself as being, I don't know, fucking Jennifer Aniston. Insert some other famous celebrity that posts themselves online all the time. That's where she thinks she is. But really, she's more in the vein of like airsoft baddie, DSP levels of notoriety, because nobody knows her from anything, right? You might know her from Howard Stern because she was there for a while, but that's about it. And not a lot of people call her from her band. Not a lot of people know her from her stream. It just must be really humiliating to her all the time. And the way she copes with this and the way that she rationalizes her lack of success in life is by saying, well, actually, I am famous because I get donations all the time. Got donations all the time before he went sober McGee? Only used to be Blade. And I would say he was more infamous than famous, right? And I think that's kind of the same vein that she falls down. She is always thinking that she's the greatest IRL streamer that has ever existed in the entire world, which is, I've watched a lot of her fucking shit. Not true. It's not true. Now, it's interesting. It's better than a lot of streamers that are out there. I'll give her credit for that, because you're not going to see the weird fucking swamp creatures that she's bringing on her stream basically anywhere else.
I haven't seen one person do it well. Never. Name me a streamer that does it well. I've never seen one. There's not one, just me. That's why you know I'm going to be the biggest. Because I'm the only one that does this well. Not one person. Captain was pretty good. He's pretty good. He's too cheap. He doesn't pay people. That's his one problem. If he paid people the way I'm paying people, he would be a star. But he's too cheap. There's no show. There's no show. So he needs to be able to spend. He needs to be smart. He needs to be attractive. He needs to be talking. He needs to be quick and witty. And nobody has that but me. So show me a person. Show me a person. I haven't seen it.
But I would still argue that Primetime Blade fucking trounces her. She doesn't stand a chance to that. But her goals to becoming successful as a streamer are to spend a lot of money and be hot. Oh yeah, fucking slam dunking. You know, that's that. Hello, have you seen my channel? How do you think me or Kiwi or any of these other people that do commentary videos get successful? We just fucking look sexy and we spend $1 gajillion. Duh. And there's even a live stream where she gets reference to Cruella de Vil.
I'm not Cruella de Vil. I'm just being honest. Not Cruella de Vil. Chasing around the same girl. She's not gonna fix that for my mom. There's 0% chance.
Which is really funny. She's sitting there singing in front of all these fucking random people on her microphone because she thinks she's important. She carries this fucking like karaoke stuff, like a microphone with her all the time. She'll sing in the car, she'll sing in the bar, she'll sing in the shower, she'll sing in your car, who fucking knows? And people were getting aggravated and she got called Cruella de Vil, which is really funny. It's really funny. And it doesn't just stop with her own reflection of herself, you know, what she truly thinks about herself, because she will take her narcissism and apply it to others. She's extremely manipulative.
The reason why I asked that is because I'm working on a newspaper article and I just need a little privacy. Let me 1 second. I'll take it. I'm working on a newspaper article and I need a little privacy. Okay. I'm a newspaper columnist. Yeah. See? We work for the local paper and we're doing a column on health.
And whenever she goes into businesses, she'll say, oh, I'm famous, or she'll lie and she'll do things like, oh, you know, I'm a news reporter. That's why I need my camera here. I tricked her, guys. Isn't that epic? Yeah, going around trolling small businesses is most definitely what is up YouTube. I'm glad that Elisa is finally figuring that out, that in order to climb your way to the top, you gotta fucking shut down small businesses all around you. Fuck those people. Get rid of them. I don't want them around anymore. And we kind of reach a seedy point in her egotism. You know, she says this outlandish claim that she could basically get any, I don't know, brown Mexican person who can't speak English onto her show because she's the spotlight. She doesn't need these random other people that are gonna argue with her and yell at her. No, she's not gonna deal with that.
It does radio to win the car.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe like a famous person should win the car, because if a famous person won the car, then they would tell a lot of people. You know, I could hire a cart full of Mexicans from Home Depot that don't talk or talk in Spanish. Doesn't matter. I'm the show.
I'll just go to fucking Home Depot, say K, Doso, Caro, and bada bing, bada boom, she's making $1 gajillion. That's very cool. That's very cool. She even reaches this point where she's doing this live stream and she's kind of questionably racist towards black people.
That guy was horrible. One of the worst guys. Where's like the white section?
You don't have to.
There's got to be a white section you can go to. I like white section. That was a bad section. Yeah. It was not a white. Can we get out of this area? I think actually this is not good. Wait, nice restaurant that we could sit at that It doesn't have people like this.
Forget about that guy.
No, that guy is one of many over here. No, when you see a warning sign, you know, like when there's smoke, there's fire. When there's naked butts, there's going to be that very soon after that. The naked butts are precedent to that.
She will interact with people all the time, and I don't know, there's just been multiple times that she's been downtown. Some African American fellow will come up to her and you know, ask her to go play basketball or be on the live stream together. Maybe they want to sing, they want to do some hip hop raps. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. And she gets afraid and will say, I gotta get out of here, I gotta skedaddle, I can't be around this is a bad look for my image. That's not most definitely what is up. And because of her ego and because of her existing prejudice against basically anybody, because she thinks she's so important, she feels like she can get away with anything. And luckily, because of how her streams are set up, we do get to listen to other people's perspectives on how Elisa lives her life. Streaming is getting pressed. And getting pressed is basically just getting confronted by anybody in public. Could be another streamer, it could be some random guy, it could be some homeless dude, it could be the police, could be anybody. And Elisa doesn't really respond to getting pressed very well. It includes, she was basically talking shit about this girl online, and then this girl shows up to the store that she's at, and a whole dispute fucking erupts from it. And Elisa, for some reason, thought that they were best friends. We were friends. We were chatting in the DMs. We were never friends. All right, yeah, understand that. Figure that out. And it gets to the point where she's constantly getting stalked or harassed or assaulted, as she will say. And she wants Tommy, the guy who was honking his car, to mace random people that are coming up to them.
He's not gonna have to mace Janice just because he's recording you.
But he would have the mace out and ready. That's what you needed to do.
Brandishing. You get arrested.
Well, in that situation, you need to do that.
Brandishing a weapon.
I've carried mace so many times out in Hollywood. When I was in Hollywood, every night when I walked home from work, I would carry mace. And I never got in trouble. That's what you guys should do.
And it's really funny because we all know that this is not this dude's role, right? He's just some fucking simp. He's some dude that wants to get close to her, and the only way he can do that is by pretending to be, I don't know, macho man forced to protect her, and it never is gonna work out that way. She'll also do things like go to random conventions and try and stir up a ruckus. One from the top of my head is she went to a Republican convention.
We're gonna have to ask you to leave. Why? You were here last. You made a stink last month.
How did I make a stink? Oh, is that the guy, Matt Gates? Is that Matt Gates? I talked to him. Hey, Matt. Nice to meet you. Elisa Jordana.
What's that?
Elisa Jordana. Nice to meet you. Oh, Danny. Nice to meet you.
You were here last week.
I was nice last week. No, I wasn't. Not last week. Last week? Are you kidding? Is that a joke? That's a fan. I'm a famous person.
Is that you?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, yes, it
This
does.
is not Laura Loomer.
This is Elise.
I wasn't here last week.
You were here last month.
I had a great time. I bought tickets to be
You
here.
ran over to the Hilton. The police went over. I have not been.
That is not a real story. No police came at all.
How are you?
I'm fine.
My name's Anthony. I'm with the sheriff's office. I understand that. But unfortunately, the venue is Anthony.
I bought tickets.
That's up to them. You can get with them. And we can.
I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
I understand.
That is a fake story. No, yeah. They don't care. They don't care. They're about to arrest. Oh my God. Oh, I know. They were. I didn't do anything. What should we do? We have to do the property.
And was planning to like troll. She was looking at clothing to, I don't know, fucking wear ironically. She's not funny, which is kind of the problem. It's like, I don't necessarily have an issue with you going around trying to fuck with shit, but like, it's gotta be funny. It's gotta be funny. Otherwise, I just think you're a fucking clown and you're wasting everybody's time. And she gets kicked out, even though she thinks she's so precious. What did I do? I did nothing wrong. I did everything right. This is ridiculous. And she goes and boohoos, cries to her boyfriend. It's funny, and sometimes when she's collaborating with people, it kind of goes south. And one of these people that she collaborated with claims he was being scammed out of money.
So I run an ATM right across. Okay, so I run a business. I can't pay people in cash for tax purposes. Yeah, check. Okay, I write you a check.
I told you cash up front with bullshit.
No, I didn't. I didn't bullshit you.
Contacts? Yeah, I told you cash up front. You said yes before I got
No, you talked to a bunch of my trolls. That's when you decided that. I have like a legitimate business where I pay multiple. No, but it's not cash every day.
Shit, fucking liar. Those people are right about you. You never pay anybody a fucking dime. Bullshit. You're a fucking liar.
I'm a liar?
You're goddamn right. I said cash up front before we start. You said yes.
We didn't. Okay, I said I would talk about it.
No, you don't talk about it, shit.
I mean, I pay you literally in Apple Pay right now.
No, I don't do Apple Pay. None of that shit. Okay? I said cash up front. You said yes before we start the podcast.
It's because the trolls called you.
No, not the trolls. Okay, you said you pay me. Don't blame it on the trolls.
I would pay you, but I'm not going to an ATM right now. Obviously, I'm busy.
He thought he was getting paid in advance to fucking do whatever with her, and she refuses to pay with cash for some reason, so he's calling her a scammer. He's making a whole big scene, and she really just doesn't give a flying fuck. She just doesn't care. And it is most definitely pronounced whenever she interacts with business owners that get pissed off that she fucks with their shit.
Why not?
You guys are like, why? A lot of people have been calling us. It's bothering us, guys. We're doing business here.
I know, but I'm ordering food.
Yeah, but like, keep calling us. We're just doing a business. We're like small businesses here.
Okay, all right, we'll go somewhere else. All right, there's another place 2 doors down. That's why. They're insane. I'm sorry. Yeah. What? Get a real job? That's what you said? I make more than you, sir. I make much. You want to see how much I made this year? I'm going to make $1 million this year, asshole. Fuck this guy. Oh, yeah, you can? Who is this guy? Some stupid New Yorker. That's who he is. You're the owner? You're the owner? Yeah, fuck that guy. That guy is an idiot New Yorker. That's a moron. That's a Brooklyn truck driver. That's who that was. Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm going in there. No.
And whenever she gets pressed by these people, she calls them stupid idiots. They don't even know who I am. They don't know what they're doing by kicking me out. You're getting trolled by the internet. It's like, dude, they're not going to take your side on this argument, right? It happens all the time with all these IRL streamers. It's like, I don't understand how you can't comprehend the fact that the easiest avenue for this owner to get out of this situation is to kick you out. Right or wrong, who gives a fuck? That comes with the territory when you're streaming in people's fucking own businesses or around people in public. And she gets owned by people calling her all the time.
I'm an influencer, so
dear Lord.
Yeah, I'm an influencer.
Oh dear, you're not an influencer. You're gonna end up in a fucking psych ward in 2 weeks.
No, I'm not.
Nothing.
This is such a beautiful story.
You are a motherfucking nutcase. You're not. Listen, last week you were a food critic, then you're an actress, then you're a comedian, and now you're an influencer.
I've always been an influencer, even when I wasn't Muslim.
Why do you have to be Howard Stern? Why can't you just be a Lisa George?
And sometimes it's just really funny. And sometimes she actually gets a real dose of reality, because half the time when people are calling her and saying, oh, you suck ass, you're the worst person on earth, she's too busy looking in the fucking viewfinder to care what anybody's saying to her. Well, she has this interaction with a friend where they're sitting down together, and her friend basically calls her one of the worst people on earth. That she's like evil, and all the shit that she is professing online about other people is like satanic and insane to be saying about other people. It was just, it's very perfect.
I'm so done with your stream, Lisa. I cannot handle this. I'm one of the people of your followers that I do not like this. I do not like this. This is the meanest, horrific evil event I've ever witnessed on the face of earth. You're streaming, the way you treat people, the way you talk about people is horrendous. You talk about everybody you know. No matter what, you have something negative and nasty to say about them. That is despicable. I don't understand why I'm the one being called insane when I'm sorry, I think that you are far, far, far incredibly more insane than I was just sitting there. And I'm not gonna lecture you. Okay, that's how you need to stop being so disgusting and cruel to people.
And because she is always getting harassed in quotations by people, she resorts to the next best thing, and that's collaborating with the police, which I guess every fucking locale can't help but prevent themselves from calling the police nonstop. There's nothing more scary than watching a distracted driver on a live stream, and half of Elisa's content takes place with her in the car, just doing a fucking podcast, I don't know what you want to call it, while they're chatting, driving around. And because she's obsessed with looking at herself in the phone and looking at what the chat has to say, sometimes she gets herself into a pickle, and that includes getting pressed by the police for blocking a parking garage and a railroad track at the same time. That's a twofer, baby. They're just going hard in the bank.
Oh, here's a cow. No good? Wait a minute, just drop out my phone. Yeah? I just dropped someone on. Well, can I just keep going? Because I literally was, that's what... okay. It's okay, Tommy. It's okay. You can't stop, like, drop someone off somewhere. I didn't know that rule.
And when she's at some of these businesses, trolls will call, as I mentioned, to try and get her kicked out. And the cops, luckily, at one instance were there and politely asked her to leave.
Accusing me of spitting on the floor. Now, what a retard. It's okay, it's okay. I'll prosecute me. I'm a famous person. It's so retarded. Oh my God, good luck with your business, sir. Good luck with your stupid business. Yeah, this business is fucked now.
And when she got asked to leave and they're outside, fucking dude, I don't know if it was a cop, I don't know if it's some random dude, starts hitting on her. She's just standing outside, 35 years old, lip filler, Botox and all, and just starts getting hit on, or whatever you want to fucking say, by some random dude.
Yeah, I just dance. I'm a dancer and a singer. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, no, I'm Elisa Jordana. I'm from the Howard Stern Show, and I just record myself singing and dancing.
And some cop trespasses her, and she throws a fucking hissy fit. She can't be dealing with that. And maybe it stems from this altercation that she's had with multiple trolls on multiple different occasions.
Trespassing? How was I trespassing?
Trespass going forward.
Stern sent $3. That guy was such a man.
Yeah. Oh, I can't go in there? I don't even want to go in there.
If you go in there, you're going to be arrested.
I do not want to go in there.
Do you have your ID?
My ID?
Yes, so I can...
But why is that trespassing? I just don't understand
It's amazing. It's really when people call the cops on everybody, and you get no matter who you are, no matter what you are, no matter what's going on.
Trespassing? It's so stupid. It's the stupidest thing. Look at this idiot.
And one of them, she believes she's being stalked by some other streamer. And she's frantically screaming and calling every fucking cop in all of West Palm Beach to show up and save her. For the love of God, protect me from these evildoers.
I'm calling bullshit on the whole thing.
Okay, so that's very funny and interesting, but when she rather
You
be
definitely need a restraining order.
I'm getting one now. We're going to the
You
police
got his
immediately.
real name.
Oh, listen. Is this the security? Are you security?
Oh, what's up?
You are?
How can I help you, man?
Oh, City of Orlando. Oh my God. Okay, can you escort us to our car? Because I'm a famous live streamer, and these people are following me. And
Who's following?
Two people, a group of people that are also live streamers that are looking to start trouble with me. So I just want like we were gonna go to the police station. I ordered an Uber, but if you can escort us, it'd be better. Our car is down the street.
Where? I got to do something real quick. Somebody keeps calling me. Nobody's gonna bother you in here. Where are they at right now?
Following us they're following us right now. Alright. Ah, there he is! There he is! No! Can you do something? Do something, please, sir. I'm begging you to do something about this guy.
What do you want me to do to him?
I don't. Hold him back. I don't know. Jada's. Oh my! No, I'm not. That guy's stalking me. Hold! Stop! No! What the fuck is happening? Sir! Can I put in your car? This guy's stalking me. That guy's stalking me across the street.
The guy with the dreads. He's stalking us.
Okay, there's a guy. Can you please escort me to my car? I'm begging you. Tommy, get the fuck over here. You're both fired.
So you're a celebrity?
I'm like a celebrity, Lisa Jordana. I'm on the Howard Stern Show, and also I have like a famous vlog.
You got a fan or something?
Yeah, I'm a sick fan. Very sick person. Tommy, you did nothing. Or less. You didn't even believe me. I said, Tommy, someone's following us. And he's like, oh, it's probably just a troll. I told him it's not a troll.
Remind me of
And then you find out the streamer's just some fat dude who has like 30 viewers and is really just there to document the crazy shit that she's doing, but she thinks she's in grave danger. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm gonna get fucking strung up into a tree, launched into the sea. It's gonna be the worst thing I've ever come across.
Hey.
Do something, please, sir. I'm begging you to do something. I'm not the class.
What do you want me to do for?
I don't. Hold him back. Hold him back.
She's my friend.
Hold on. That guy's stalking me. That guy's stalking me. What is this?
And that includes the time that she's at a Denny's, and she thinks that because she spent like $100 on 3 or 4 people's meals at Denny's, that she can do whatever the fuck she wants, and she can have the cops, you know, force the cops to go protect her when she goes outside, and they lay it down pretty easily. Excuse me, fucking bozo. That's not within our purview. That's not within the law. We can't do that. You just have to go outside.
All right, here we go. You want to play? These people. Oh, there's cops. Oh, hey, there's people stalking. I'm a famous person. There's 3 guys stalking me outside. Can you just help me please with them? Can you get rid of them? Yes. I'd like to go in. Yes. Green card out there. Thank you so much. And this woman with the red hair and a guy named Jackie and one. Get rid of them. I need them gone. Sorry, these people are stalking me. Sorry about that. What losers these people are. Unbelievable. I'm sorry, I'm a famous person. I have stalkers.
You're a legal action against them. So when it comes to us enforcing the law, we can't, because again, as I've explained to you, no crime has been committed.
Okay.
So
They just follow me everywhere. I guess it's not a crime.
And then we get the dude's point of view of him filming her. And he calls her fine, and she's fucking flipping shit. And she thinks all these people are like psychotic, crazy people. And it's like, yeah, because you're doing IRL streaming.
I'm just trying to get some good shots, because motherfuckers say they should be having the filters on. She looks pretty good, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Welcome to the fucking reality. If I was IRL streaming, I would be paranoid all the time. I'd be like, what the fuck is gonna happen to me today? I don't know how these people do it, but you chose to do it. It's not like you're not streaming and you're still getting confronted by people. Then yeah, I'd be like, that's kind of fucked. But this is like, sorry, you're broad streaming every fucking thing that you're doing in your entire life. Everybody's gonna find out what you're up to, and she just needs the cops to save her. Please come save her, because at the end of the day, we all know that her boyfriend, Bahram, whatever his name is, he's not gonna come save her. Him a little bit briefly earlier. Zorro, her boyfriend, he basically was a big simp in her chat and would donate $1 gajillion. I really don't know where he gets his money from. He has a rich father, according to Elisa, but outside of that, I don't really know. What I do know is that there are speculations, there are accusations against Bahram, Zorro, that he is a certified sicko, including going to prison for having sicko things on his phone and on his other technological pieces. I'll let you figure out exactly what that is, but I thought it was worthwhile to bring up just to kind of round out that Elisa's with him because he's rich. He'll give her money, he'll donate nonstop, and she feels secure with that, even though she hates him and he hates her. It's a weird dynamic that goes on between these two. And one of the instances is he was associating himself within hate servers.
I don't want Squirrel anywhere near Weezy. I don't want him in any hate servers against me. If Squirrel's dating me and we're married, he is not allowed in a hate server that's based on me. He's not allowed in there. So I'm extremely worried that people are going to drag him into servers that are like doxing
servers, hate Reddit servers, whatever the fuck's going on. And she doesn't like it. She thinks that he's betraying her. And if they ever get married, that would have to stop. We wouldn't be allowed to have that anymore. And he calls in to remind her that she's a retard and that she should just stop spewing all this nonsense online that everybody can listen to, and that this should be kept private.
The other thing is, like, I'm not there murdering these people, and we're not and this is like kidnap people, and I was like in charge of making sure they don't get data. Retard, you think your fucking loser friends can hack me, idiot? And you keep on repeating it. I didn't call you this morning. I said I'm tired. I'm gonna be asleep. And then you go, why are you? I'm there raping them. I've never lost in my life. You go like, oh, I hate that people make videos about me, say bad things. Yeah, the solution is to deal with them. Fucking do in 2 seconds. You should read what I do for you, and you should thank me, idiot. Who else is defending your honor? Everybody else is a fucking pussy. Just talk shit. I'm there. Go to toe with them, and I've never lost in my life. Yet you just keep saying retarded shit, and I have to wake up hearing you say that it's over between us. This morning, we couldn't even get a divorce. It was a physical impossibility. So stop being a retard, please. It's not funny, and I'm known for never losing.
And should be individual from each other. And he's certainly not a saint in this situation. He treats her like shit, and they even have this weird altercation where she kind of expects him to, I don't know, leave her alone, go away. And he's like, why the fuck would I do that? I'm staying right here, bitch. We're hanging out all the time.
Don't you want some space tonight? No? You don't want space?
Why would I come here to get space?
Okay, that's fine.
Stand up for yourself, Elisa. Women are watching. You're setting a bad example. Don't be so weak.
What's weak about this? Just watch till the stream gets better, and then you'll shut the fuck up. I've built I've been involved in 600 startups, man. You people don't know anything.
So, I see what they're saying.
So who cares what they say? What was the last one? Let's see their exits.
She has a point.
No, they started like attacking me with dumb things. And then like I gotta just sit here.
I just thought that you loved this. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, a different thing, not this loser thing that you do.
What do you want to do? You want to do something else?
Yeah,
the chat donated $3. You have to stand up for yourself sometime. Just because he donated money to you doesn't mean you have to be a fake submissive bitch. Grow a pair of balls and don't let him call you names.
And it even gets to the point in the night where once she drops him off, she's talking about how she wants him to die.
They're all sitting in a row there, and they're just like looking at women. They're fucking disgusting. I really think that. And that's what he is, and he's gross. And I can't even believe that he would like my live stream, honestly, because my live stream's so deep and so full of incredible people. He has nothing in common. I'm so glad he doesn't like my audience, because he has nothing in common with my fucking beautiful audience that's so gracious. And he has nothing in common with them at all. He's garbage. Oh, that's so meaningful. He's so dumb. I honestly wish he was dead. I wish he would die soon. A man like that is not a real man, and it's not good for the world. And that's why he's sick, because God doesn't like him. God doesn't like you. That's why you're shaking. That's why you're smoking. That's why you're fucked up and your cheeks are weird. Oh, by the way, I'm going to get filler tomorrow because I don't have to hang out with him, so I'm going to do something for myself.
And that the reason that he and her chat and her stream and herself can't really connect to each other is because her content is so thought-provoking. And it's so deep and interesting. No wonder he can't figure it out. He's just a stupid idiot who lives off of his daddy's money. And he follows it up with calling her, and he says that she's a cum dumpster. Calls her a bunch of other horrible things, and she sits there and just ponders it and says, actually, I wasn't that with Andy Dick. It's like, oh, good argument, Elisa. You're really slam dunking that in. And now we reach the point that everybody's been talking about. This is what everybody's found out, is that her and him got into a physical altercation on stream.
The whole time. And I saw everything that he said to her. I saw the same shit he said to me. And he's just like a bad guy. He's not like the type of guy that's like a faithful guy. I mean, when he liked me the most. So, you know, I went through all his texts. So basically, when he was sending me like those burqas and stuff, he's doing the same shit. The stuff he says about my ass is the same shit he says about her ass. Same money he sends her. He sent her $2 million. So what am I supposed to do? For this clip and all the clips that I have, you fucking asshole. I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna be dead in a couple hours. So just look forward to that. Don't look forward to that. You know what? MS is too nice. I saw all your texts, all of them. Dick hard. You're stupid trip. I fucking hate you.
Sarah, I'm sorry about this.
Don't talk. Don't fucking talk. Yes, Sarah, we're really sorry about this. I'm sending you your way today. So don't worry.
Physical altercation on stream.
And when he liked me the most, so, you know, I went through all his texts. So basically, when he was sending me like those burqas and stuff, he's doing the same shit. The stuff he says about my ass is the same shit he says about her ass. Same money he sends her. He sent her $2 million. So what am I supposed to do? For this clip and all the clips that I have, you fucking asshole. I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna be dead in a couple hours. So just look forward to that. Don't look forward to that. You know what? MS is too nice. I saw all your texts, all of them. Dick hard. You're stupid trip. I fucking hate you.
Sarah, I'm sorry about this.
Don't talk. Don't fucking talk. Yes, Sarah, we're really sorry about this. I'm sending him your way today. So don't worry. But yeah, he's coming. Don't worry, he's coming home.
Sarah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, touch me and I fucking deck your dumbass bitch.
Please, I'm
Call
sorry.
911.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please let me go. Babe, please let me go. No, please, I'm so sorry. Please let me go.
Oh, you're sorry, right? Get the fuck out of here.
He's killing me.
And it basically stems from her finding out, snooping through his phone, that he was cheating on her. Now, I don't know how she wouldn't already know all this shit, because he's sending thousands of dollars to her and he's online all the time, what else do you think he's doing? He probably has a fucking platinum card to OnlyFans. That'd be my guess. He's probably in every fucking girl's DMs right now. He's probably in your DMs. You should open them because he's probably there. But this is all surprising to her. So she picks him up and she starts hitting him and making threats towards him, and he eventually snaps and retaliates. While they're driving down a fucking road, he pulls her hair, turns the wheel to get to the side of the road, and pushes her out of the car as traffic is driving by. Now that's fucking crazy and that's bizarre. And she ends up getting arrested. I don't know what happened to Zorro. I don't. But she does a TMZ interview afterwards and talks about the entire experience.
Like his accolades, like that is not why I brought him there. I was hoping that we could talk about like our relationship and our plan, because we filled out a marriage license, and we planned the day to do it via Zoom, and I canceled that day. I canceled it like 3 times because I didn't feel ready and I was really scared. And somehow during the session, I had his phone and I was like looking for something else. And in his phone was like just a lot of bad stuff, like text to other women, Venmo, deposits to women. And I knew he was doing that before, but I definitely didn't think he was doing that during our relationship because he was so busy calling me. I thought, how does this guy have time to call me all day and all night and watch my stream for 6 to 8 hours and then has people on the side? I just didn't think that was possible.
And she basically says that this all stemmed from her and him had a marriage license that they're waiting to turn in. But she thought they needed therapy. So they went to therapy, and she finds out all the crazy bad shit that he's been up to, and that he's just a braggadocious asshole. And it's like, hello, have you seen any of the other clips I've talked about throughout this entire video? The warning signs were there, dumb bimbo. And I don't know if they're gonna get back together. My assumption would be that they will, because she loves the gravy train, and what the fuck else is he gonna do? It's a train wreck disaster. Now, we've talked about a lot of the important parts that I thought were interesting, and there's one major comparison that I think Elisa nails on the head. Now, I'm gonna basically recite all this from memory and from things I've seen and read about. There's this person named Diana Maybrook, and if you ever were swimming in the piss waters of Lake Genova, you would understand that Diana was basically this clout chaser who wanted to be a fitness influencer and worked with PJ Braun, and she thought she could perform on stage and do all this shit, and she ends up trying to leech on to Jason Genova and do a couple videos with him, including my favorite when they try and cook food together and he is just showing fucking close-up zooms of her fucking tits. It's fucking epic. The Lord goes hard. And eventually she tries to open up her own like fitness center, yoga bullshit, fucking middle-aged housewife desperation clinic, and it fails. And while she was doing all this shit, she posted something on Instagram that was basically talking about how she gave up a 6-figure job to go and do and pursue this stuff, but she still had that as something sitting in the back lying, and she could fall back on it whenever she wanted to. Well, all this shit starts to fall through. She never really became successful online. All of these jumping attempts never really came to fruition, and she ends up making an OnlyFans, and there's so much more lore that I could go into, but essentially you could kind of tell based on the post and everything that she talked about with her account that she didn't want to be doing it, but this is basically all she could do. She's even at the point now that she's moved to Costa Rica or some other Caribbean country and is banging some illiterate fucking whatever country this person's from inside of some hotel shanty apartment room and is doing cam like live streams nonstop. That's the career that she's at now. The six-figure job, I guess, must have never existed. Who would have thought? And I bring up this comparison because this is eerily similar to what I think Elisa's future looks like. And I just thought it was funny, and I thought it worthwhile to actually get the Lord into one of these videos. God bless. And we're gonna close this bad boy out. We're gonna end the charade where we started, and it's Elisa crying, because I think that at the end of the day, her fake crocodile tears kind of do tell a story.
I came here because that guy, you know, Robert Klein told me to come here, and like now I don't like trust going anywhere for streaming, you know. Because, you know, this person told me to move here, and he said he would stream with me every day. And you know, I moved all the way across the country to do that. And I'm afraid to go anywhere.
We don't need to be a
I don't know. I don't think so. He was like,
I understand that calling them crocodile tears and then overanalyzing it into being what I want it to be is kind of moronic and ironic at the same time. But I think she gets so wound up about the most tiny aspects of her air quote career that anything, any downfall, like the situation with her boyfriend, is gonna cause her to spiral. I don't think this is the last time that we're gonna hear about Elisa. I don't think this is the last time she's gonna do something insane. But I thought it would be worthwhile to just listen to her cry about some stupid petty shit one last time. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
What's that about?
What would you do if you became famous? Would you be able to handle it? We stave off many of our vices by the simple fact that we don't have the time and money to fuel them to their fullest extent. But what if you did? The wealth to finally satiate all of your deepest, darkest desires, whether your penchant be material possessions, food, sex, or drugs, or combinations of them. The status to get whoever you want, to do whatever you want, and on top of it all, to get away with basically everything. Would you be able to resist the temptation to give in once the only thing stopping you is your own willpower? That might be the truest test of someone's moral character. And from what little we know about the true workings of the celebrity industry, many fail that test. Not to be pessimistic, but most people can barely handle a follower count to the tune of triple digits. So imagine how bad it can get once there's actual celebrity status involved. Well, you don't have to imagine, because what you're about to watch is one of the most poetic and downright extensive demonstrations of that fact. A man who once collaborated with names like Chris Farley, Joe Rogan, Ben Stiller, and Marilyn Manson. He was even on long-standing adult comedy show Family Guy.
Now you can see him in the Andy Dick Show on MTV. Please welcome Andy Dick.
2 decades later, he is sitting on live streams being watched by a few dozen people who get entertainment out of watching him grope random citizens and then get arrested for it. Again and again and again.
Police told our newsroom that Dick was arrested in Santa Barbara back on October 13th.
This is the story of Andy Dick. For most of us in the internet age, Andy Dick was simply before our time, but he was a near A-list celebrity back in the 90s and early 2000s. He got his start in comedy straight out of high school, joining the highly influential comedy troupe The Second City, which has pumped out celebrity after celebrity over the course of decades, as if they were being grown in test tubes. One must wonder, however, why he's nowhere to be seen on The Second City's prestigious list of alumni. His first big break was in 1992 on the sketch comedy series The Ben Stiller Show, which met its swift end, being canceled after a mere 13 episodes. He would continue making appearances in shows and movies until 1995, when he secured a spot on News Radio, an NBC sitcom, and also one of Joe Rogan's first breaks in television. He appeared in other sitcoms as well around that time, such as Less Than Perfect, Get Smart, and The Nanny. And he would also land plenty of film cameos and voiceover work into the early 2000s, making himself a familiar face for comedy fans at the time. As goofy as he was on the small screen, doing slapstick in sitcoms and lowbrow antics in sketch comedy shows, he was developing a greater penchant for substance abuse as his presence in the spotlight grew.
There's drunk Andy, and when drunk Andy's around, you just gotta get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell the difference.
It's two different guys.
He's very aggressive.
Yeah.
He gets like bangs in the car window, and you're like, oh no, it's drunk Andy.
Yeah.
Alcoholism seemed to be his main vice, and though surely there were people who tried to put him on the right path, he only fell deeper into the clutches of addiction. Fellow comedian and Second City member Chris Farley was his AA sponsor, or was supposed to be anyways. At some point, Chris himself relapsed into his old habits of alcohol and illicit drug abuse to the point where it was clear for all to see in 1997, when in December, he was found dead in his apartment at just 33 years old from an overdose on cocaine and morphine. We don't know for sure what impact Farley's death had on Andy, but I think it's safe to say it wasn't a positive one. This was not his only experience along these lines. In fact, around the same time, he attended a Christmas party hosted by Phil Hartman, a co-star on News Radio. Andy supplied the cocaine that caused Hartman's wife, Bryn, to relapse into her addiction after 10 years of sobriety. This relapse would culminate in tragedy. 5 months later, while high on cocaine, she murdered Phil before taking her own life.
At 6:20 this morning, residents of this upscale Encino neighborhood called police to report gunshots coming from the Hartman's gated estate. Officers arrived to find a 9-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl by the front door. As they were taking the children out of the house, officers heard a gunshot in the master bedroom. There they discovered comedian Phil Hartman dead. Authorities say it appears his wife Bryn shot him, then turned the gun on herself.
John Lovitz replaced Phil Hartman on News Radio, but the show wouldn't last long following his loss. NBC ended the sitcom after the finale of the following season. Allegedly, during a taping of one of the final episodes of the show, Andy Dick told Lovitz, "You shouldn't be here," to which Lovitz replied, "Well, I wouldn't be here if you hadn't given Bryn coke in the first place." His streak of destructive behavior did not end there. As a matter of fact,